What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we have the Brownells MPO 1-8 second focal plane optic. Now, right off the bat, the big thing with this optic is it's somewhat budget-friendly optic, but it has really good glass clarity. It's made in Japan, and typically optics made in Japan are known for being high quality and having very crystal clear glass, and this absolutely does that. Before we get into the specifics of the optic though, of course I need to thank the sponsor of this video, and for once I will be really quick. The sponsor is Arms List again. Arms List, if you live under a rock, is kind of like the eBay of guns meets the Craigslist of guns. And the reason I make that corny analogy is Craigslist is great for local shopping, eBay is great for nationwide shopping, and Arms List allows you to do both. You can meet up with someone at your local FFL, or you can search their database of all their 1,000+ dealers and have something shipped to your FFL. There's not a fee per transaction. It's like $6.99 a month, and you can buy and sell and do whatever you want. Can't put a link down there, but I think you can hit Google up and figure it out on your own. All right, getting into this optic. Thank you for sticking with me there. This is a second focal plane optic, which means all the really cool holdovers and things we're going to talk about in a second only work at max magnification. If you're at a lower magnification, you can use them as guidelines, but it's not going to be precise. The diopter on the back, diopter focuses the reticle for your eyes, for your eyesight. It's kind of like a pair of glasses for your optic is the corny analogy I always use. The range on this diopter is huge. It's very precise, so I think it's going to work for pretty much any type of eyesight. As far as your eye relief, it's rated at 3.5 inches, which is very good. Average, standard, that's at 1 power, and I find that to be just about accurate. As far as the eye box, as far as up, down, left, right on the optics, that's very generous as well. It's not the worst, it's not the best, it's right in the middle, it's good to go. What is exceptional, who is texting me again? Every video lately. What is exceptional is going to be the glass clarity. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this bad boy is made in Japan, and the glass is crystal clear. It looks really good. When I got this in, about the same time, I got this Kahles 1-8 K18 optic in as well. And this is another optic that's absolutely beautiful, great optic, but it's 3 times the price of the Brownells. And we were comparing them, and we were like, man, that glass clarity is very similar. It's tough to tell them apart. And that's a major compliment for this optic. Magnification ring, I finally found a magnification ring that I don't think is too stiff. A lot of budget-friendly optics, that ring is just way too stiff. I think Brownells nailed it. It's not too easy, it's not going to get bumped, it's not too stiff, it's perfect. And it also comes with a speed lever here to make it a little easier to spin it around as well. What is next? The reticle. So this is the first time I finally dedicated a significant amount of time to play with an Mrad Reticle, and I am in love. I think every optic I get going forward is going to be Mrad. I've always heard a lot of good things, but for some reason I just shied away. The reason I like the Mrad is very precise adjustments. For example, every time you make a click here, it's 0.1 Mrad, and that is equal to about 0.36 inches at 100 yards. So again, very precise movement if you need to, adjustments if you need to shoot out far or hit something very small. 1 Mrad is roughly 3.6 inches at 100 yards. So there's the math for you so you can figure it out. The other thing I really like about this optic is going to be the illumination. When you turn the illumination on, only the dot in the center of the reticle turns on, and I really like that. At lower magnification, it is very similar to running a red dot or a vortex razor. Obviously the eye relief is not as good as a red dot, but it's very close. It's good, and it's the closest thing you can get if you want a red dot type at low magnification and have the ability to reach out a little further with additional magnification. All right, the windage and elevation turrets, like I mentioned, they are 0.1 adjustment, 0.1 Mrad per click. If you couldn't tell, they are capped, they are low turrets, they are resettable, which means you sight in your rifle, you unscrew this screw on the top here, and then you bring the number back to the number 0. I recommend you do that once so you know your your adjustments don't get bumped or turned. You know it's always on 0. That's easy to remember. And if you are the type of person who likes to adjust for windage and elevation and dial that in, that makes it a lot easier to go back to your original 0 as well. They are very tactile. They are slightly audible. You can kind of hear it, but you can definitely feel it. The other ring on the side is going to be the battery and the magnification ring, of course. Takes a CR2032. It is definitely daylight bright. That center dot in there is definitely daylight bright. It has 6 illumination levels, and the thing I like the most is it has an off position in between every single brightness setting. So it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1 off, 2 off, 3 off, 4 off. I stage it between 5 and 6. Leave it right there. That's the way I like to do it. It works great. I think every optic should have that off setting in between each brightness adjustment. I don't know, it's one of those things that's really, really important to me. Anyway, the tube, standard 30mm tube, so getting mounts will not be an issue. Guys, do not skimp on your mounts. I have it in a Reptilla mount. Don't skimp on your mounts. It has a guaranteed forever warranty, a lifetime warranty. Brownells warranty and customer service is great. The length is 10.9 inches. The weight is about 25 ounces, so it's a little bit heavier than its competition. And the price is, regular price is $7.99, and I have seen it go on sale a few times if you want to save yourself a few bucks. Testing. Now, I've had this for several months. Brownells sent this to me a while ago, and I've shot it quite a bit. Again, I have it mounted in my Reptilla mount because I think they make one of the best mounts. First thing I did, obviously, is sight it in. You can't really shoot. I guess you could, but you shouldn't really shoot until you sight your optic in. And then I shot hundreds and hundreds of rounds through this. I threw a rifle with this optic attached. Easily 500 rounds of 5.56 223 and probably another 400 or 500 rounds of 22 LR. I always do a lot of one-ups and transitions because I think it's a great way to get used to an optic and learn the eye box and eye relief and all that stuff. And then I've done just a bunch of different shooting, plinking. I could literally roll in hours and hours of footage of me shooting this optic, but I won't because that's pretty boring. As far as guns I had it on a 10.3 inch upper, an 11.5, a 16, a 13.7, and I had it on 2 different 22 LR rifles as well. That noise is painful, huh? Alright, so based off that testing and the features that I've said, my pros. Biggest pro for me is going to be the glass. That made in Japan. I had high expectations when I saw that, and the glass is very, very clear. Something I would expect out of a much more expensive optic. I love the reticle. Not only the illumination is only the dot in the middle, the precise nature of the Mrad and all the hold-offs. I didn't go over the hold-offs for elevation and windage in there. I apologize. I should have talked about that. But there's plenty of adjustments if you need to hold off for windage or elevation. And again, 0.1 Mrad is 0.36. 1 Mrad is 3.6 inches. Both of those are at 100 yards. Overall, it is a huge value is what I'm going to say. Tons of value. This is something I would expect it to be more expensive. As far as cons, this may or may not be a con for you, but again, it's slightly heavier than some of its competition, and I don't know exactly why. I don't know if something, because it's made in Japan and the higher quality glass is heavier, or if it's just the way it's designed. I don't know, and I'm not going to guess. If you know the answer to that, drop it down in the comments. Help us all learn. Again, overall, it is good to go. This is going to stay on my range rifle. The Collist K18 I showed you is on my home defense rifle and / night vision gun. This is going to stay on my range gun, and this will get more rounds through it than anything else because it's just a really, really nice optic for the money. Let me thank Brownells for sending me this optic out to review. It is greatly, greatly appreciated, their support that is. If you're gonna pick one up, check the affiliate link down in the video description. Definitely helps me out. Maybe find you a good deal. Who knows? We do have some new swag. If you didn't notice, we have Tiberious shirts. We have Tiberious patches. Again, if you want to support the channel and look super cool, the link to Tiberious swag is down in the video description. Just so you know, I am on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to know what I'm reviewing right now in real time before the reviews come out on YouTube, you can look me up. Again, links are down in the video description. Most important, thank you guys for watching. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. If you think I deserve it, like the video. Enable the bell. No, I messed that up. Hold on. Like the video. Leave a comment. There you go. Wow, brain freeze. Both those things are free. Helps me out. Definitely appreciate it. If you think I'm really cool, even with my brain freezes, subscribe to the channel and enable the bell notifications. Those things are also free, and they definitely help me out. Sorry about that. Have a good day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.